Hey everyone. Um, just checking back in here with a little chat video. Haven't done one of these in a little bit. And essentially, I wanted to kind of clear the air, give some transparency about what's been going on lately, and um, where I'm going to move forward and where my headspace is at currently. Because, I like to be transparent and let you all know what's going on. So, yeah. I had a pretty consistent upload schedule with doing things pretty much every day or almost every day. Then, as you saw in the past week or two, it kind of dropped off. And it's been from a combination of factors, really. Um, One, just being really busy in the past few weeks, again, with work and stuff, because a lot of people are getting sick and we don't have a lot of people around on hand. I'm one of the only few people that's like kind of a permanent, mainstay of the place that's been around there longest. So a lot of times I'm picking up the slack, and filling in for people and stuff like that. So that come makes it busy and stuff. And then also my fiance is also busy with things, local stuff. I won't get into all that stuff, that's just life things. We all got life issues, right? And then yeah, in around that time, past like a week, a couple weeks or so, yeah, just my overall strength and performance is just kind of taking a dip, really. And I think I'm just going through a bit of burnout right now. It happens, right? We all go through these phases, right? Um, so I'm just kind of trying to plod through that, work out through it, still getting work in and stuff like that. I'm not taking any time off from training and stuff like that. I'm still trying to push through, but I obviously I'm nowhere near where, especially in the lower body lifts. I'm nowhere near where I was before, um, and I I clued in with other comments and descriptions of videos stuff like that I went through kind of a recent little tweak in my I believe it'd be the iliac region. Iliac, no, that's the lat. Stupid. Um, what's the freaking word? The sciatic region. There you go. Sort of region. It also starts with an I down in the glute area. I think is it iliac region or whatever. But it's like my tweaky spot that I've had for years now. I suffered like an injury, a tweak a few years ago. This was like when I was just starting to get into strength training, or even before that, I believe. But I was just starting to dabble in with doing free weight, unassisted squatting, like barbell squatting, and that I struggled with that for quite a while. And that was one of the reasons why I used to hate squatting. I used to hate barbell squatting and stuff like that. Now I love it. But back then it felt really tough for me. And early on when I started doing it, I suffered like that tweak there, and like you could say it's like lower back ish region, but it's more kind of it's like in the sort of like the middle of my right glute or so, if I could illustrate. It's like about right there or so. Yeah. So I believe that's like the sciatic nerve area, whatever. So like sciatica. Um, I've never had it like diagnosed or anything properly. When I did get injured, I one a doctor that had a look at me and stuff like that went after it just happened, said that your back is a it's like misaligned. I have like a scoliosis in my back. So he said that could be a contributing factor to it, and I think that is because I do notice that I tend to favor that side, the right hand side. My body just kind of naturally tilts in that direction. So when I bend down and stuff like that, it kind of moves in that direction. But anyways, I'm getting way off topic here. But I've just been going through that, and what I noticed that was like really making it flare up was when I would do my with my arching and my feet planting with bench press. So that's something that I've been kind of tweaking with the past couple of weeks or so. Um, Whereas not to have my feet as far back, but more so kind of like the shins and the feet parallel on the floor, so there's like not as much pressure being put on that area when I'm setting up with the arch and the leg drive, pushing back at it, because I think that was kind of agitating it a little bit. So I've kind of like done a bit of a subtle tweak on the foot placement for the bench to kind of alleviate that pressure a bit. And most I've gotten over it mostly now, like it was the tweak that I had recently was not so bad enough that I stopped training. I just worked through it, and I even like did some heavy singles and stuff, a deadlift and stuff like that. It was fine, um, but for a little while, then I could tell that my lower back was really over fatigued and was yeah. So I was taking it easy, and then just after that, then I've kind of come in with this burnout, just really kind of low energy and just not in the right headspace. And I think also like I said, it's a combination of factors, life and all that, and I think I'm just kind of I need a change with my training. I think the program that I made, it's just kind of running the course for me now. I'm kind of getting not so enthused with it anymore. Just kind of getting bored of it. So I need to switch things up. Just switch to something else. Um, and especially so because I feel, especially with squatting, I feel like I've just been regressing with squatting over the past few months and stuff like that. I don't know. So I think I just need to change something up again to reinvigorate myself, but also so that I can kind of push things more, particularly with my lower body and squatting and stuff like that, so I can kind of get back up to it. So yeah, with that in mind, right now the plan is that I'm gonna try another sort of 5-3-1 style training program. Then maybe try and add in some of the other more advanced uh, protocols, I suppose you could say, into the program, like a first set last, maybe some joker sets and now and then, stuff like that, while still keeping uh, the added frequency with the bench pressing that I've been doing. So I'm not going to go back to overhead pressing as a main lift just yet, unfortunately. Like I said, I think if I can get to 140 kilos as a bench press 1 rep max, I think that'd be like a kind of a good bookmark, to then head it off, and then I can like push it back, bring back the overhead pressing and focus a bit more on that, and then like kind of take off the gas a little bit with the bench press, so to speak. Um, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, uh, I just need to change it up, and like I said, I'm just been really worried that like I feel like I'm falling backwards, especially with squatting. Um, and I made good progress with doing squatting and stuff like that and deadlift on a 5-3-1. It's time tested and true, and I do like it. It's simple and effective. So I'll be going back with that. What are some other things? Anything to note? Sorry, I'm just really kind of low energy and scatterbrained as you can see, because like I said, I'm just kind of pushing through stuff. Yeah, it's been a really tumultuous time in the past few weeks for, like I said, for a variety of reasons. Um, just I won't go too heavily into specifics, but also a few days ago, a very close friend of ours, of me and my fiance, was a childhood friend of hers. Just so the whole community, was a member of her orchestra and was a member of the local band that I'm in that we're doing. He just suddenly died. Um, he's a super young kid. He was only 18 years old. A super talented kid. He was a virtuoso. was amazing with instruments, and he actually watched this channel. He actually followed what I do. He would every now and then when we would talk together, he would tell me that he like watched my vids and he'd like it and he'd comment on it, and he, you know, he liked them. He actually enjoyed them, and I spoke to him personally about it. And I remember one of the things that I told him was that the great thing about this channel, about what I do with the intense lifting and all that kind of stuff, talking to you guys and stuff like that, is, you know, I can be me. You know, there's no act, there's no barriers, there's no putting on a charade or anything like that and doing the lifting. You know, like what you see on the videos with the lifting, it's exactly what I do, even if the camera wasn't on me. Um, like I said, it's like a video vlog of my progress and what I do, but also if I can provide some sort of entertainment and also inspiration for people to try harder with their lifts or even pick it up and get going. You know, I've had conversations with a few people where they said, I watched some of your videos and it motivated me to get back into training or to like push hard with training. It's like, that's fantastic. You know, that's all I want. That's all I can ask for. You know, I'm hitting my goal in that regard. Yeah. So to get back to it, yeah. So we're all just really broken up that, that he's gone. So, yeah, we're all busy with that right now, doing, you know, processions and stuff like that, and we're going to do a tribute concert for him coming up. So, you know, it's, like I said, it's just been a really tumultuous time these past few weeks, and yeah, just with the burnout and all that stuff, and then this stuff happening, it just kind of feels like there's a bit of a cloud over me, you know, and a shadow essentially. But I'm still putting in the work and stuff like that, and I'm just having faith that I'm gonna come out on the other side of it, as are all of us, with what's going on, and I will eventually get back to a better state of mind and body as I have before, and I will do it again, no matter how long it takes. So, yeah, I just started with the program with it now, but I wanted to make this video first to tell all of you that that's where the trajectory is going. Because, like I said, I want to be transparent, right? So that's why you'll see that the training is gonna, you know, switch up back to, you know, familiar territory, essentially, so to speak. So the videos will be less frequent, I would say, but just, you know, working up to a top working set. Try and hit some rep PRs and stuff like that. And yeah, just pushing and trying to relight that fire, you know, and make some progress. Oh yeah, just a quick thing, because I never addressed it before. I wanted to make a video uh, describing what the training that I was doing before I now switched, and I never got around to that. I really apologize. So just a quick summary of it. If any of you have ever seen or followed a Canadian powerlifter named Matt Vena, he made a video. Cheers, by the way. He made a video, by the way, maybe a year or two ago, detailing about what he did for as his programming for powerlifting. So if you go on YouTube and you find that video, I believe it's just called My Program, or like, you know, something like that. Essentially, the layout and the progression scheme for the main lifts and their variations was built off of that kind of template that he had with it. So doing like working up to a heavy single for all the reps, or the lifts for the week, and then doing some sort of back off work with either with a variation or, you know, just typical back off work and stuff like that. And then in conjunction with that, with doing my accessory work, it was essentially using the template that I've always followed, well, not always, but for a long time have followed, with the Jim Wendler's 531 boring but big template. So you can look that up as well. So I used the foundation for my accessory work, essentially using that template or style, more or less, for programming my accessory work. And then I just kind of melded those two together. And then on top of that, having an extra fifth day of the week, for primarily for my third day of benching, which was just some like dumbbell pressing. Nothing crazy, just like 3 by 10 to 12 reps or something like that, just to get some extra volume in and to keep that frequency up. So I'd either do like a slight incline with the dumbbell pressing, so like on a 30-degree angle or thereabouts, with a bench elevated on some plates, or just like a 45-degree incline on the bench with dumbbells. And I would just kind of rotate between the two. I personally prefer the lower incline with some plates loaded up there. It's a bit less stable, but I find it feels way better with the pressing. It feels much nicer, especially on the shoulders and stuff. And I believe there's even research that said that was a more efficient angle for incline pressing or something like that, or like a happy medium or something or other. And then I would just do like an extra accessory exercise for whatever particular body part I was trying to pump up a bit more, like get in a little bit more volume to one, strengthen that area, and also just like influence a bit of hypertrophy. So like for a few months I was doing something that was like targeting the side delts and the traps and stuff like that. So like doing like lateral raises, like high lateral raises, so getting a bit of trap engagement as well, or like upright rowing and stuff like that with like cables or dumbbells or something like that. And then also I was like sprinkling in some squatting on that day too, to put in a little bit of frequency as well. So that's essentially more or less what it is. If you guys wanted to have a more in-depth explanation of it, maybe in the future I will make a video dedicated solely to that, so I can kind of lay it out, and then you can see if maybe it's something for you, something like that. I apologize that I didn't do it before, because that was my intention, was to make a full video just talking about that specifically, but I never got around to it. I'm sorry, it's just me, man. I don't have anyone around here helping me and stuff like that. I do what I can. Yeah. Then there's tons of videos that I still want to make, talking about specific topics and blah blah blah. I still need to make that video for Ashley Jones to that Greta Thunberg parody thing. I haven't forgotten, Ashley. If you're still subscribed to my channel, I really hope you're still following me, because I like your content. You're a cool, quirky girl person. Yeah, I really apologize that I haven't gone to that. I want to, but just been busy with all the stuff and everything, and and like I said, I don't want to just half-ass it, and and I need to learn how to freaking braid my hair or get someone to help me with that. But rest assured, like I haven't forgot that video. I'm going to make it, because I'm a man of my word, but it has taken far, far longer than I ever wanted to. Anyways, this video is almost going on 20 minutes. I really apologize. I always want to make these short, but they never end up being. I believe I've covered relatively about everything that I wanted to. But yeah, that's the essential thing. I'm in a slump right now. I'm in a valley. But so maybe things are going to be not as impressive for a while, but whatever, right? We all go through these phases in life. I'll come back, and you can best well believe that that's going to happen. And then two, basically, program is changing back to more familiar territory of what I'm doing before, so expect that moving forward. And yeah, see if I can pump out some useful content, get some gains, some progress. Can I make it to 20 minutes? No, I shouldn't. No. Bye.